They should have kept CP.
But now the Clippers have a point guard, so you lose a point guard. You have a point guard, a scoring guard, who is a great facilitator. You know, he just has to get healthy, and Darius Garland. But let's talk about the other side. James Harden, here's a guy who is very capable, who's proven I can run a team, I can be the second fiddle, and be a playmaker, whatever you need. And I think this frees up Donovan Mitchell for all the things that's been said. Donovan Mitchell can score. Can he run a team? Can he be a facilitator? Now all of that is out the window. Donovan Mitchell can go out there and get buckets like he's done all season.
I think the one thing when you bring in a guy like James Harden, his availability. James loves to hoop, and he's going to be available for you. But, Darius Garland being out with the toe injury, you definitely would have James available. But James is a guy, when you look at Jared Allen, when you look at Evan Mobley, he's going to make these guys so good on the offensive end, right?
But why?
To gain confidence, because he's such a great facilitator.
Lob threat.
You go back to Clint Capella, Clint Capella, his time in Houston with him, and then Joel Embiid. Playing alongside him, he actually won MVP, and he made Zubac look good. So I have no doubt that acquiring James Harden is definitely going to make Evan Mobley and Jared Allen better players.
I'm just waiting back to see what else happened.
MELO got some intel.
What's up, everyone? Welcome back. Today, we're getting a masterclass in NBA analysis, but not from talking heads or analytics experts. We're getting it from 3 Hall of Fame legends who've seen it all, played with everyone, and understand the game from the inside out. Carmelo Anthony, Vince Carter, and Tracy McGrady sat down to react to the blockbuster trade sending James Harden to the Cleveland Cavaliers for Darius Garland, and their breakdown is more insightful than anything you'll hear on mainstream TV. They cut straight to the human element and the on-court fit in a way only former superstars can. The clip starts with the immediate, logical take. Vince Carter points out the obvious but crucial swap. But now the Clippers have a point guard. You lose a point guard, you get a point guard. It's simple, but it frames the trade as a direct need-for-need exchange. But then the legends dive deeper, and that's where it gets good. First, Tracy McGrady focuses on what the Cavs are getting and its ripple effect. He highlights Harden's proven ability to be second fiddle and a playmaker, and then drops the most important line of the segment. I think this frees up Donovan Mitchell. Think about that. For all the talk about Mitchell's scoring, the lingering question has always been, can he run a team as the primary point guard? Can he be the sole facilitator for a contender? T-Mac is saying this trade answers that question with a resounding no, and he doesn't have to anymore. By bringing in Harden, the Cavs are liberating Mitchell to do what he does best, be an elite, off-ball, bucket-getting assassin. It's a revelation that changes the entire ceiling of the team. Then, Vince Carter adds the veteran perspective of availability. He notes that while Garland has been out with injury, you definitely would have James available. James loved to hoop. In a grueling season, the reliability of a veteran who wants to play is an underrated asset. But Vince's key insight is about player development. He says Harden is going to make Jared Allen, Evan Mobley, so good on the offensive end, gain confidence because he's such a great facilitator. He references the Harden effect on Clint Capella and Joel Embiid. This isn't about stats. It's about Harden's unique ability to elevate big men, to make them look like all-stars with his pocket passes and lobs. For the Cavs' Twin Towers, this is potentially career-altering. Finally, Carmelo Anthony gives us the real, unfiltered reaction. After all the analysis, he just sits back and says, I'm just waiting back to see what else happened. And he cracks a smile. This is the most authentic moment. MELO, a guy who has been through trade deadlines, knows one move often triggers another. He's not jumping to conclusions. He's waiting for the other shoe to drop, maybe involving Jared Allen. It shows the strategic patience of a veteran who understands team building is a puzzle, not a single transaction. The chemistry between these three is what makes this clip special. They're not debating. They're building on each other's points. T-Mac sets the strategic premise. Vince adds the practical benefits, and MELO provides the seasoned, big-picture caution. You're getting 3 different layers of basketball IQ in one conversation. This breakdown is so valuable because it moves beyond who won the trade. It focuses on fit and function. The Cavs didn't just add a name. They added a specific skill set, elite playmaking, that unlocks their best player, Mitchell, and elevates their key bigs, Allen, Mobley. The legends see it not as a gamble on Harden's age, but as a targeted solution to Cleveland's most glaring offensive constraints. What do you think? Do you agree with T-Mac that this completely frees up Donovan Mitchell in a way that makes Cleveland more dangerous? And is Vince right that Harden can unlock Evan Mobley's offensive game like he did for Capella and Embiid? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you appreciate getting analysis from the legends who actually played the game at the highest level, hit that like button, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.